Okay, so although this might not seem like a very difficult task because there is not so many guidelines and you could be creative and do what you want, I had a lot of trouble figuring out the format for my presentation. I'm not really a creative person, so I wasn't sure what exactly to do for the presentation. I thought about what the best format for me is and how I learn the best and absorb the most information, so this is why I decided to make a brochure as the format for my presentation, and I will attach a link to the presentation in the discussion board alongside this video. Brochures are clear and concise, and they highlight the most important information, and they highlighted the most important aspects for my presentation. For my presentation, I decided to focus on choosing the Explore program, how my interests have changed, selecting courses for summer and fall, which would include my next steps, my possible path to degree worksheet, which I talk about preparing for the next 3 to 4 years, 3 to 4, and what I've learned about myself and my interests. To begin, I titled this presentation, Why Questioning Myself Was Worth It. And the reason I gave my presentation this title is because when I was applying to college, I questioned whether I really wanted to pursue psychology. And overall, I'm actually really happy that I questioned my decision to major in psychology before applying to college, even though this is still what I want to pursue. I'm glad I questioned this because it allowed me to explore other interests and gave me even greater assurance that this is what I want to pursue in my life. I'm a firm believer that everybody should take the time to figure out what they want to do and explore what they're passionate about, and I'm really glad that I chose to do so. So to begin with choosing the Explore program. So like I said, I think everyone should take the time to explore what they want. I think a lot of people think they know what they want, but they really don't, and they really should take the time to figure that out, and there's no rush. I think that when you're applying to college, there's too much pressure to declare a major, and I think that people shouldn't be rushed into this. Also, one major thing that I thought about is that if you don't explore something and you don't take a class in something, you will never know if you really like it. So it's worth taking the time to look into something even if you end up hating it in the long run. So the main lesson I took away from this is don't rush yourself and take the time to figure out what you really like. The second thing is how my interests have changed. So I figured out that I still want to pursue psychology. It's something I'm really passionate about and want to work in. I took classes in speech language pathology and I didn't really like them, but I'm glad I took the time to figure out if I do like it, so now I know that I don't want to pursue it. I took some criminology classes and I figured out that I want to explore more about criminal justice, maybe possibly minor in it, alongside a psychology major. And I'm still positive that I want to work in a service-oriented field and I want to help other people. So my main lesson is you never know what you might like until you learn more about it, as I said beforehand. I'm talking about planning my courses for summer and fall, but I basically called this aspect of my presentation my next steps. So my next step would be to declare psychology as a major, which I've done. I want to get ahead on requirements by taking summer classes, so I'll be taking 2 summer classes this summer. I'll be registering for psychology courses, as I'll be doing this week, for fall registration, and I want to research co-op opportunities and possibly talk to professors about internships they might have done and places I could look into maybe. And my main lesson is get a head start, because you'll just feel a lot better about it and you'll feel a lot less stressed if you feel like you're getting a head start on things. And then possible path to degree worksheet and preparing for the next 3 to 4 years. So when I did this worksheet, I was really stressed out when I first looked at it, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna have to take courses summer, fall, spring, summer, all this, like just completely, my schedule would be completely filled up with courses, and I was not excited for that. So obviously I realized it can be really stressful to plan your classes and co-ops for the remainder of college. So I decided to take as many classes as you can, as many as you enjoy. And I think that if you really like something, then you won't dread showing up to class, and you'll really enjoy what you're doing. And become involved in extracurriculars to manage stress. You should be taking the time to do what you like outside of your courses to help manage your stress, and let this experience teach you if this is the field you really want to pursue. So my main lesson is build your life around what you enjoy, because if you enjoy what you're doing, you'll actually get excited to get up and go to class or get up and go to work. And then lastly, what I've learned about myself and my interests. So as I said before, I need to work in a service-oriented field that helps other people. My job must be something that fulfills me and is meaningful to me and gets me excited to get up every day and go and do this. And I learned that I try my hardest academically in classes I enjoy. So if I don't really like a class, to be honest, I just don't really put in as much effort as I could. So if I really do like a class, then I try my hardest and I'm really passionate about it. And also I've learned that I still have other interests I can pursue, such as a minor on top of a psychology degree, as I've said before, maybe minor in criminal justice. So my main lesson I took away from this is, as I said, I need to work in a field that is fulfilling to me and is meaningful. So those are the main takeaways I took away from this presentation and the Explore program, and the things that I've learned about myself and the lessons that I've learned that I think will be really helpful for me in the long run. So that is why questioning myself was worth it. Thank you.